Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, a watch I featured previously, but I have more to say about it now because we have a new company name, so here goes. We're looking at the Ulysse Nardin Diver X Cape Horn, launched in 2019 for the 2020 model year. It is in black titanium and carbon fiber, a 300-piece limited edition dedicated to Ulysse Nardin's sponsorship of the Vendée Globe 40,000-kilometer sailboat race. So, the ultimate regatta, and this watch dedicated to Cape Horn, around the southern tip of South America, where the Pacific and the Atlantic clash in calamitous fashion. Even in the best of weather, it is an uncomfortable voyage. The daring do of those sailors following many of the past who risked life and limb to round the Horn. And so this watch, fairly substantial, though not heavy, 44 millimeters in diameter, 15.1 millimeters thick. It is 50 millimeters on the nose from lug to lug with a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Velcro feels very apropos for a utility style watch designed to be worn on a sailboat in the middle of the ocean. Now you can see here, Velcro gives you unlimited adjustability within its adjustable range. So you're not at the limit of little holes and tang buckles. On the wrist, beautiful. It's actually not as thick as you'd think. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference. Let's move it right to the meat of my wrist right there. And I actually think this wears quite nicely. So I would say if your wrist is my size or larger, game on. Maybe even 15 centimeters circumference if your wrist is flat across the top. But it feels good, it looks good, and as an instrument designed to tell time, it is quite effective. The contrast level is high. This is a solid diver. Taking a look at the strap itself, you can see it's designed to get wet. It's all synthetic, textile, Velcro, and we've got a little metallized loop that acts as the guide for the strap. Externally, you can also see that there's a little Ulysse Nardin branded strap stop so it can't pull through the buckle. Taking a look at the case, individual numbering on the side, we should mention in passing that the basic design of this watch is influenced by Ulysse Nardin's classic marine chronometers, which in the 19th and early 20th century were used on the decks of ships to navigate. So the layout having an individual number plate on the side, having a power reserve indicator at the top, small seconds at the bottom of the dial, all that drawn from the marine chronometer architecture and Ulysse Nardin's tradition since 1996 of making watches that bear various elements of the marine chronometer design. This is a pure diver, though. You can see the UN logo and anchor, nautically themed, on the crown. We have polymer crown guards and a contrasting gray tone for a subtle contrast here. The watch features a large degree of water resistance. As you can see on the Caseback 300 meters, we also have the route of the Vendée Globe along with Cape Horn, latitude and longitude. There's some dust on the Caseback, that's all. Limited edition, individually numbered. We have a bezel, which is just dynamite. One of the best 120-click bezels I've encountered. The feel and the sound, top of the line. And I would say that the mechanical quality of it is preferable to the most refined bezels. So a Rolex or Cartier, Calibre de Cartier diver, or a Grand Seiko diver, they're very refined, but maybe over-refined. This has the snap you would expect in a really sharp 60-click bezel, like a Doxa sub or a Panerai submersible. The bezel features a carbon fiber inset. You can see it's a little bit dished, and that the knurling is broad with polish and satin, designed to be easily gripped when your hands are wet, sweaty, or gloved. Let's do a lume shot here. Take a look. No shortage of luminescence, and the entire bezel is lumed. I like having a donut in a contrasting luminescent color for 0. And then you can see, oddly enough, seconds and power reserve hands are contrasting loomed in green. And it is good that the seconds hand is visible because a lot of dive watches don't actually give you an operation indicator in the dark, only when there's light. And then the 0 has a slightly different color because it is school bus yellow superluminova. The dial, featuring the Diver X motif, is made of carbon fiber. And then we've got the 1846 year of Ulysse Nardin's founding. We have a power reserve indicator up at the top, 60 hours, automatically wound. The watch has a couple of subsidiary setting modes that are worth mentioning. One of them is hacking seconds. Okay, no surprise there. Many watches have hacking seconds. But this has something uncommon in the industry, which is a bi-directional quickset. Nomos does this on some movements. Zenith does it on the Elites. It's a useful feature, and I'm surprised that it's so rare, but this watch has it. Caliber UN 118, distantly based on a 70s Lamagna chronograph caliber, but constructed entirely in-house and highly modified. It's an automatic winder with ceramic bearings for efficiency. It's a bidirectional winder with a magic lever-style pawl-based winding system. 60-hour reserve, 50 joules, exceptionally jeweled for a automatic with no more complication than power reserve indicator. As I said, 4 hertz beat rate. It does have the power reserve indicator. It has a free sprung balance and a full balance bridge for shock resistance. It is quite attractively decorated with blued screws and circular stripes. And then under that full balance bridge and free sprung balance, we have a silicon unlubricated escapement that's highly anti-magnetic, and that is both lever and the wheel. And then we've got a silicon anti-magnetic hairspring. What's exceptional here is that Ulysse Nardin makes this silicon in-house through proprietary technologies built through its Sigatech subsidiary. Almost every other company other than Rolex, Swatch Group, and Patek Philippe has to purchase its silicon technology. For a company Ulysse Nardin's size to own that technology and its own patents, that is quite impressive. It is a 31mm movement, so properly sized for a large watch, and just a very, very cool engine for a very, very cool and offbeat watch. How much do you love the fluting of these lugs? It is just full of nuance, and you want a very offbeat, fun brand. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.